Well, in 2006, America's housing market was at its peak, and so was Deborah Neal's estate business. But when the bubble burst a few years later, Deborah and her husband found themselves $5 million in debt.
Before 2009, DL and Deborah Hobby lived large. Deborah was a successful real estate agent and DL owned a body shop until he sold it to help finance their land deals. He decided to stay at home with their 2 children.
I was very driven. I was all about acquiring the next deal.
And Deborah's deals were paying off. She developed several affluent subdivisions, and in 2006 the couple bought 2 additional properties with plans to develop them as well.
Real estate was booming. Banks were handing out money left and right.
As the couple's business exploded, so did their lifestyle. Everyone in town could see their 4,600 square foot dream home from the main road.
We became consumed with what we thought we had to have in order to be happy, and it was basically stuff.
In 2009, the housing market crashed, and the Hobby's business dried up almost overnight.
All the builders that we worked with basically quit or went bankrupt or both. It was literally like one day it was fine and the next day it just died.
The Hobbies were quickly buried in an impossible amount of debt. Banks demanded payment on the loans they had taken out for their developments.
$3, $4, $5 million that we were in debt.
Caused a lot of fear, almost a panic.
They tried to pay their bills. Deborah shifted her real estate approach, and DL started working overnight at a shipping company, where he is still employed today. But it wasn't enough. First, the Hobbies were forced to sell their home at a huge loss. Then in 2010, they declared personal bankruptcy. When they moved their family of 4 into a 1,000 square foot home, the couple felt defeated.
Our marriage was in shambles. We had put God on the back burner. That's what caused us to unravel. We realized this is wrong, this is not working. We'd have no peace in our heart and in our home.
That is when we really started to focus on God. We made a commitment to each other and to God that we were going to follow Him no matter what.
DL and Deborah did agree on one thing. They would keep on tithing despite their financial difficulties. The Hobbies began to watch the 700 Club and eventually became partners.
There were so many stories on there that gave me hope through God's Word, that people had been through the same kind of experiences that we had gone through, and it just encouraged us.
With their new focus, amazing things started to happen in that 1,000 square foot home.
It healed us. And moving to a smaller home and having less distraction, less pressure, it enabled us to appreciate the real things, the important things in life.
Deborah's business eventually started to rebound, and within 2 years of the bankruptcy, the Hobbies bought a larger home. Today, they live their lives focused on God, not worried about all they can get, but rather all they can give.
God has double dog dared you to try Him on this one and see if I won't pour you out a blessing.
Our finances have been restored because of Him. And I believe that it was because of us continuing to tithe and us putting God first in our lives.
They were faithful. They were faithful. Listen, you can't outgive God. There is no way you can outgive God. You can't do it. And that which is given unto Him will come back 30, 60, and 100-fold. And that's what He promises. But we don't give to get. We give because we love Him. And it's an offering of love. And for those of you who want to share with others and participate with what CBN is doing around the world, we encourage you to join the 700 Club. It's just $20 a month. And yet, if all of us do it together, it gets to be millions and millions and millions of dollars. And for those who join, we want to give you this DVD is part 2 of Life Beyond the Grave, the actual real-life stories of people who died and either went to hell or went to heaven, came back to tell us about it. And these are very thrilling first-hand accounts, real people. And we'll make that available to you as our gift to you as you help us help others. So the number is 1-800-759-0700.